We are headed down to see something that I've never before seen in my entire life. There's a nursery close by. It's actually the nursery that I had my book signing and meet and greet at a year and some months ago. Walter Anderson in Poway. And they have a corpse flower. We've been following it on what's it, their Facebook group or Facebook page. They've had a live stream of it, like getting ready to bloom and getting ready to bloom, and it's still not blooming. Well, it started blooming last night. So we're gonna make the drive over there and see it for ourselves and see just how bad it actually smells. There's actually a long line. I so badly want to touch it. Well, that was fun.
It was.
It was different. We can cross it off of our bucket list now. Unfortunately, it was. They said the flower was more open this morning, and they're not sure if it's even going to open again. Like that might be a one and done thing, which is crazy. Because when did they say they bought that?
I think it was
2018.
Yeah, from a seedling or something in 2018.
Bulb or something. So what? 5 years for like one quick open and close.
Wasn't as stinky as I was
that's what I was
expecting.
just gonna say. I really didn't smell much of it. Like if you walked in the store and you didn't know it was there, it would just be like, what's that weird smell?
Yeah.
But it wasn't super strong, but it did smell kind of like if you have a chicken and you put it in the trash and it, like the trash day is not for a week. That's kind of what it smelled like. So it could have been worse. I was really shocked they had it in the store, but maybe I'm sure it's a tropical plant, so it has to be in the store. Anyway, we did end up getting something though.
Because we cannot go to a nursery and not get stuff.
Oh, I got what, 5
Tulips. Daffodils. No, what are they?
let's just let her
Iris. Iris.
Yeah, we got bearded iris. I got 5 of them. It's actually not even quite time yet. Usually it's September. I usually get them for my birthday, but I might just have to get more on my birthday.
I'm sure you will. That's okay. I'm happy I got coffee bean because there's not a coffee bean near me, so I'm a happy girl.
So Bill came yesterday. We had a couple of loads of dirt brought in, and so he came over after work and moved those into place. We're making some real progress here in the pasture, and this dirt load yesterday was pretty dusty, so have a sprinkler out here running, so when he comes back today, because we're supposed to get some more dirt today, we'll try to keep the dust down a little bit. But basically what he did was added more out there. Let me get up to the top to show you the other part. Okay, from this angle I think you can see it better. He cleared this space between these trees and moved the logs that were there, the stumps and things, back. And then we're gonna fill that with soil so it's level with this road here. And that is going to be Daisy's shelter. And you can see from this angle here, the pasture moving out that way, raising it up about 3 feet, I would say. And then we're gonna just slowly slope it down as the driveway over there slopes, and then slope it up that way. Basically just leveling things, shaping the ground so there's less, peaks and valleys and steep terrain. Not only will this make it easier when I have to go out in the pasture myself, it also is going to help deal with our runoff situation that we get when it rains. If you've been here a while, you know that when it rains, the water either comes under the driveway in a drain or down the driveway into a trough and then out into the pasture area. But it can be a lot of water because of our neighbors. We have 2 neighbors past us on this drive, and it's all uphill. So it all comes down here. Shortly, when it comes down into the pasture area, this dirt will be built up all the way around to the avocado tree. So these trees will be gone, and that will leave us a big, low depression here for a fairly decent sized pond. And so we'll be able to control the water with that pond and with some other things we've got planned, which I'll go into as we get closer to them. But that's the first plan that will be in place, hopefully before this winter. I'm up here in the pumpkin patch, and the pumpkins are growing by leaps and bounds. Look at this one here. That grows significantly daily. But as I was walking through here yesterday, I noticed we've got some coloring up, like there's a white one here. And I saw a few more white ones over here. There's an orange one. Yeah, there's 4, 5 white ones in here. Oh, and there's 2 more over there. We've got 3 watermelons here, at least 3. And all kinds of fun shaped pumpkins. Really squash, I guess, but the thing is, last year I had a really nice blue pumpkin down by the house, and I was watching it every day, watching it progress, watching it turn color, and just about before harvesting I kind of moved it to make it a little flatter, and I noticed it was really lighter than it should have been. I turned it over, and a gopher had come up from below it, chewed a hole in it, and eaten the entire insides out of that pumpkin. So what I want to do right now to alleviate that issue as much as possible, take some scrap pieces of plywood and cut them up and just set them between the soil and the pumpkin itself. And not only will that help with gopher issues, but it also is going to help with just insects that are on the ground, or even just the moisture on the ground. Pretty simple and cheap or free solution to a very frustrating problem. I decided while I'm at it, I would just set it up straight and maybe it'll grow a little more evenly. So I've got a funny story for you. Back when we were getting ready for the tropical storm Hillary, I was going out to get a generator and I couldn't find one that I was in a good price range that I wanted to spend money on. Some of you had mentioned a power station, portable power station. And when I read that comment, I'm like, we have one of those. Having a business like this, you have brands, companies sending you products to try out to hopefully feature in a video. And we have certain rules. Number one, it's got to actually meet a specific need. And then I have to, for the most part, try it out and make sure that it does what it says it does. And then we'll move forward. Now, it takes us a while to try out different things, and so we have a stockpile of things people have sent us that we slowly move through. And so I remembered that a company had sent us a portable power station. It was solar powered, but the hurricane never ended up being anything. Now, this power station is not going to power the house. It's not going to power major appliances. They might have bigger ones that do that, but the one the company sent us, we did have in a box, and it came in handy a little while later. Kind of saved my butt as a husband. I got an email from the power company saying that they were going to shut our power off for routine maintenance around the area, and they gave me a date and they gave me a time. Well, I didn't tell Emily, and I didn't write it on the calendar. I just moved on. So all of a sudden, Emily's getting ready to go to a meeting, and literally just finished breakfast and was heading into the bathroom to start, take a shower and get ready, and the power went off. And I had to say, oops, I knew that was going to happen. I knew the date, I knew the time, and yeah, it's right now. So she was without power to dry her hair and, you know, whatever she needs power for getting ready. And that's when this came in very handy. I set it up. Apparently it came with a 50% charge already. I put the power panels on, and in just the amount of time I needed, I had it in the bathroom ready for her to plug her hairdryer in, and it saved the day. So they did not pay me for this spot, but I will leave the information for that product down in the description. And it was pretty cool. It was very easy to set up and charged fairly quickly for solar. Today I'm getting started on our, at least the south side of our property, the drain and water catchment system. So basically over the herb garden, so we've got this roof area, and then the opposite side of this roof area. These two roof sections are in one downspout, and then this roof section has this downspout here. So what I'm going to do, I've already dug a trench. The rain came through with the tropical storm and wet the ground, so I took advantage of that and got that dug out. And so what I'm going to do is put this on here, which will aim it down, almost perfectly down. Basically, it'll go into this, and then that will be hooked on to these pipes here, which will take it and bend it this way, come down this way, and then this downspout here will do the same thing, go into the ground, meet up with this pipe here into a T section, and then I'll be taking it out. I'm going to end it right there for now, but once I get these chickens in the main coop, which should be in the next few weeks, I'll be able to then continue that pipe out this way. And then somewhere in this wall, it will come through, go down alongside the vegetable garden. This is a fairly steep slope, down to this bottom terrace here. And then on the other side of these trees, I'll take you around there, somewhere down in this section, which is the low end coming from all the way up there. So the water will come down. And then in that area, the plan is to have a large cistern of some sort. I'll put a picture on the screen of what I'm thinking about. Now, I don't know how long that will take to fill up. I know the rain barrel we had up there that I'm replacing with these drains, that filled up in like 10 minutes of a good rain. So the cistern will be down there, and then this side of our property past the fence is going to have, when we start developing it, it will have a drainage system, and it will go into that cistern as well. If you remember this past winter, we had a major problem with runoff. The neighbors did as well, because there's two properties above us on this same drive, and all that water from up there on that hill comes right down the drive. Some of it comes over. We put some sandbags up there in the winter, but it goes right down into their property. And then what doesn't go down there goes down our driveway and into our pasture, which is going to be a whole different water catchment system. And I'll be talking about that on Friday's tour. So today the plan is to hook up these downspouts into drainage pipes that go through to the end. Fortunately today we are in a cool off. It's only supposed to be like 75, 76. So that'll be nice. Plus it's in the shade right now because it's morning. Well, I got some of the pipe laid and the trench more cleared out, and then all of a sudden it's raining. Guess I'll go inside for a while. All right, so I put a hose up in the rain gutter and allowed it to drain down, and it worked as planned. Unfortunately, there was no end to it, so it just kind of puddled right here, but it does work. So then I've got it there and then up to this rain gutter as well. Now I just got to fill the trench in. All right, yesterday I got it all filled in. So we've got the pipe going down into the ground. It's all covered up. Don't worry about this mess, just working on some things. And then right here, we've got the other pipe coming down, meeting up with the one that goes that way. And then once I get these girls moved up into the coop, I can move this and add on a 45-degree angle this way. Send it out over here somehow. And then some way, I'm gonna have to take this wall apart a little bit. Maybe here, have the pipe come out down into the ground and then off over to where the cistern will be. So that's the full plan on this side of the house. I don't think I let you guys see this. I told you as I was digging the new bed in the tropical area. Let's just run and see that. So it's kind of hard to see because it's all the same color, but I've dug out, let me get up here. Dug out a large area here. The first 6 inches is gravel and decomposed granite. And then you get down here, we're getting closer to just actual soil where all this will be. Right now, this is the most dug out little quadrant. But I've been able to put that decomposed granite and gravel to good use in the Mediterranean herb garden. As you can see, this all just used to be soil, and this just dresses it up so nicely. Looks so much better, right? Look at these. These are going to probably be moved to the tropical garden. These are called, I forget the botanical name, but Pride of Barbados is the common name, or one of the common names probably. But they're so vibrant and beautiful. And I let these artichokes go to bloom. Well, I didn't really let them. They started when we were in Hawaii, so we got one left here that's still vibrant. But when they were all purple, and then you had those orange back there, it looked really good together. But the Pride of Barbados is a subtropical, tropical plant. Doesn't really match the vibe we've got going on here in the Mediterranean herb garden. When I planted them, I had no other place to put them. So they'll probably go into that bed I just showed you in the tropical garden. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Remember, on Friday, I'm going to be going through our 2-year tour. We've lived here now on this property for 2 full years. And so I'm going to show you, I'm going to flash back all the way to the tour I gave right when we got the keys before we had even moved in, to show you how much things have changed in that 2 years. I'll talk about where we've been and where we're going. See you then.